So the other day, we were talking about real estate and someone was giving me their opinion and they were saying, you know what, in this market, I could have dog poop on my front porch and buyers would come in and buy my house. Wrong. If you're thinking of selling your house, these are the tips you need to hear today. Hey Halifax, I'm Brenda K with the Halifax Home Selling Group, and this is the sweet Miss Frankie who's with me every single day. Home staging is more than decluttering and depersonalizing. And no matter what kind of market you're in, yeah, maybe there's a ton of buyers right now and everything is getting sold, but for how much? Don't you want the highest price you can get? So let me give you some tips right now on how we can do that. So cleaning. I'm talking cleaning like, remember mom used to clean back when you were a kid, like twice a year, the fall and the spring. Spring cleaning, everything got done. Windows got done, corners got done, baseboards got all dusted and wiped out. It's really, really important. It really shows a level of care too, that the home is like the buyer, like I'll go in with buyers and we'll be like, oh my God, this house is so clean. Like we're so impressed with the seller. So it does show a reflection of how much they care of their house. And like, I got one tip here for you. If you have grout in your kitchen, ceramic tiles, if you take scrubbing bubbles and you put it on the grout and you take a little brush and then just brush it, it's exactly the same. Like it looks like brand new. So it's really, really good. This one here, the sniff test. Do you remember that commercial when you go nose blind? I love that because you know what? It's so true. A lot of us have our dogs and our cats. And of course, we don't think our dog or our cat smells. And they do. They absolutely do. So, you want to make sure the litter box is cleaned out before you do a showing. Please, please, please don't put those crazy scentsy candles or those really heavy scented ones because people are sensitive. One of the best ways to neutralize odors is just to put pure vanilla. Actually, I just buy at the grocery store vanilla. Actually, we have a couple people in here for taping today, so welcome. I just put that in and just place it strategically around. And here's another one. I was in the food business for years and years and years. One of the most inviting smells is bacon. Is bacon. Yeah. You walk into a house and you smell bacon and you go, oh, lazy, hazy Sundays when you get bacon. I know, doesn't it sound silly? But it is. It's very warm and inviting. Maple bacon, that's right. That would be perfect. Lots of light. Natural light and your lights. I go into houses and I go in the bedrooms, the curtains are closed. Open them up. Open up the curtains. Let as much natural light as you can into your home. Clean your windows. We talked about that in the cleaning part. Okay, light bulbs. Try and use the warm home light bulbs that you buy. So we bought this home about 9 years ago, and they had all these little warm lights, and David didn't find that it was enough. So he said, well, I'm going to change the light bulbs. I'm going to put them all the same. And I get home one day, and it was like walking into a surgical room. It was so bright. There was not 1 ounce of warmth in my house. Needless to say, the light bulbs aren't there anymore. So turn them on before you leave. As an agent, I used to always turn them on, and I would make sure I turn them off. But because of COVID, I try not to touch anything that I don't have to. This is another really, really common misconception. Well, paint doesn't matter because the buyers are going to come in and paint whatever they like anyways. Wrong. Paint does really, really matter. If you've got really dark colors or you've got like the funky orange walls with maybe a little sponging on it, it does. It actually, the buyers come in and first of all, they can't picture the room the way they would live in it if it's not their color choice. And I had one lady, and this was back in the days when you were on the market for 3 or 4 months when you were selling your house, and myself and the stager went in and I said about the kitchen being pink. It was a really big kitchen too, being pink. And she said, oh no, it's not pink, it's salmon. And I loved her to death. She's one of my favorite clients, but her kitchen was pink. And you would not believe the comments, again, because we used to do a lot of open houses back in the day, and people would say to me about the kitchen and it's big job. It's daunting to them. And also your baseboards. I'm not saying go all through your house and paint your baseboards, but if you've got some areas that are scuffed up, one of the areas that really gets scuffed up is on your corners if you've got central vac. That's why I really don't use my central vac too much anymore, because it does damage some of my walls. Liven up with plants or fresh cut flowers. Okay, here's the way I am with plants. I don't have a green thumb, and my daughters bought me those orchid ones, from Superstore, and they don't last very long. So I could walk past a plant in the store and think about buying it, and the plant would die. That's just the way I am. But you know what? Really nice greenery. We don't want a jungle cruise through your house, but really nice greenery really is, again, it's very warm and inviting. And we all know, just from a nature's point of view, that what a plant gives off, it's good. It's healthy for us, Absolutely it does. And when, if you have, like I have a friend, and her plants are amazing. But again, it's like a jungle cruise. So if you do have that, leave a few out and then take the rest, either get someone to babysit them for you, or maybe put them in one area of your house. And then on the outside, you want to make sure that your hedges are trimmed and that your gardens are weeded, because people are going to notice that. This is one that people often don't think about. Promote the flow. So David had this huge chair in our last house, and I thought it was an ugly chair, and it was big, but it was his chair, and he had it for 25 years, and not a chance was he giving up that chair. So when we were selling, because it was big and kind of took up one whole corner of the room, and this is just where we watch TV, so it's not like it was our living room or something, and we kind of had to go around it a little bit to get the way that we wanted to get into that room. So you don't want that. You want to make sure that people can see that. Remember back in the day, and maybe some of you still do, but I remember back, we would have a love seat, a sofa, and the big chair in the living room. You want the rooms to look spacious. That's the big thing. But also, like I said, you want the flow. If buyers can move easily from room to room. The other thing is, if you have the big furniture, like I said, in your living room, it makes your room look smaller. So normally, if you've got too much, take one out. Makes your room look bigger. Set the table. So model homes, they do set the table in them. And again, the buyers feel this warmth. They can picture themselves at that table. Now, don't take your good china out and yeah, exactly. We've got someone here laughing. Because that's not how you live every day, right? So what I did when I was selling is just our everyday dishes. I like white, very neutral. And then what I did is I just took some red napkins. So and it wasn't like, it was not set with the fork, the knife, the spoon, this, that. It was set exactly how our family would gather to eat their supper. And then in the center of the table, I had a little turntable, and I had like the salt and pepper and the napkins and things. It is so warming and so inviting. I love it when I go in and see the table set. Luxurious linens. We don't want the buyers to see the towels that we leave in the bathroom for the kids and our husbands. That wouldn't be good. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Luxurious, no. But clean, white, crisp, yes, absolutely. And it doesn't have to be expensive. Again, when I was selling, I went to Walmart and I pictured I got some yellow ones, and I think I picked up a couple little soap thing. And if I knew there was, because you've always got lots of notice before a showing, people are coming. So I would just go in the bathroom, pull out the ones that the kids had used and David, and I would just replace them with the white. And literally when I'd come back, I'd pull them all again. Oh, I remember what it was. It was one of those Paris things. I know, it was really nice. Last but not least, and this one is a big one. Tackle minor repairs. The ones that you've been blind to. So you know how you go when you get the scratchy door, or it doesn't shut properly, or the faucet's leaking, just anything little like that. When buyers come in and they see that, they're looking at the house and they're saying, well, they don't care about fixing these little items. What about big ones you can't see? What's the level of care that they've given this home over the years that they've been in it? It really speaks volumes about how well you're taking care of your home. You know the honey-do list? Well, honey, get to it. Selling with us, no worries. We have a stager, and she comes in and she does a consultation with you. And of course, there's no cost to you at all. If you want to go it alone, I love that too. We have our DIY below. Click the link and it's a booklet on how you can do it all yourself. So if you have found value from this video, make sure you subscribe. And in my last video that's on the screen, I talked about the 2022 market prediction. Check that one out. I'm Brenda K. This is the Sweet Miss Frankie. We'll see you on the next video. Cheers.